Just finishing up at the gym. It's been a great Monday so far. I'm going to be traveling this week, traveling again next week. So a lot of stuff coming up that I'm preparing for mentally and physically. But the best thing about today's workout was my shoulder pain's gone and I had some strength. And I also felt that I was more full after I warmed up. I rewrote some of the workout kind of on the spot through intuition, going with what my body wants to be doing. I put some really interesting combinations together of exercises, and I got really full, the blood moving in the right areas, and then loading those areas with a bit more weight, and just got a really good pump. And I think a lot of it has to do with how much shit I ate yesterday and the day before. Like this weekend, I definitely ate a lot more calories, like even junk, just allowed myself to eat Stroop waffles, even little ice cream cones from Trader Joe's, and what is it called? They're like puff peas. I don't know, they're like really good, these little puffs. They're kind of like healthy Cheetos, you could say. The inner fat kid was munching on those, and it was really good. I was like, man, I'm gonna regret this, but it actually added to the fuel that I felt today. And it just reminded me again, like the body heals and recovers. You've been working on something that's been painful. It's been hard for the last 4 weeks to like recuperate certain pain points. And it's like today, even though like I was like, oh man, I ate junk over the weekend, it was rest days and I relaxed. And it just felt like it just pushed through the workout. Like the muscles were really full, blood was good. And it just was nice to just be remembering that the body does its thing and you just have to stay consistent, and it just feels good. It just feels really good to have progress. I think that's what's so beautiful about working out. It's just the little tiny things that you see. I found myself, while I go to the gym, as I'm warming up, I really like the cardio aspect in the beginning, and as I'm doing that, I notice that I get to really see all the thoughts that are intruding from, let's say, the work day, something that I'm in the middle of managing right now, and it's like, okay, well, that's not the time. But I also get really good ideas sometimes while I'm working out. So it's an interesting observation to like see what's going on within my mind, and more importantly, to slow down, take my time, because I tend to always be in motion. But really taking my time, breathing through. That's why sometimes for me working out, where I'm going harder on some exercises, getting my heart rate, when it's like around 170, I'm like getting close to being gassed. And at 170 beats per minute, me weighing about 180, 179, it's pretty high heart rate for my body, with the amount of mass that I'm carrying at my height. And so getting myself in that state is kind of one of the best ways. I like completely have to slow down, because I'm just catching my breath. I have to slow the fuck down. And it's just a lot of moments of little clarity during the workout. And that's what I really enjoy about it. Having reduced the amount of workouts I do a week, it's been interesting, because every other day rest. It felt in the beginning I was like, man, that's too many days off, because prior to that I was going every day, as many days as I can, and that was good for a time. But now I'm trying to do other things alongside just my exercise routine. I have other commitments, so I found that it's actually been working out pretty good. I'm gonna see if I do something like 2 days on, 1 day off. I think that's also an interesting scheme. But with the travel schedule, sometimes it's like, well, whatever the heck I can fit in, it doesn't really matter, because I want to get the calories burnt. I know I'm going to be eating some calories on the road. It may not be super clean. For the travel that's coming up, I'm going to meet some clients in site, go to offices and meet them again. It's kind of nice to get out and do that. Lunches, dinners, some social outings, as well as sitting down, doing some business reviews, technical sessions, meeting some CEOs, some executives, some VPs, bringing my executives from our company, and really just doing what I love to do best, which is being there, building relationship, building rapport, understanding how things are going, kind of having like the hallway conversations, if you will. You just learn so much from someone that way than you do just like only being on Zoom. I love to have multiple points of contact. If I can call you, sometimes text you, be on Zoom, but also meet you in person, take you out, hear about other things that are going on. It just builds that relationship up so much nicer. So that's really nice to be coming up. The only downside is I'm going to be missing my baby, because Ion just is making all these changes, and as he's making these changes, you're like, I don't want to miss anything as it's happening. And it's a lot of work too. I know that my absence creates more work for Mimi because it's harder to do it all by yourself. There's no doubt about it. A kid requires a whole lot of work and attention. Now that he's crawling and walking to things all the time, he's like trying to get into stuff. And yeah, you have to really keep an eye out. We're still working through what baby proofing looks like. It's all these new concepts. Just also realize how. Go ahead. I just want to record this impromptu vlog. I feel like I haven't been putting out something like this for a while, and I just want to get it out there raw and unedited, really, and just get the thoughts and just check in on all of you. Hope you're doing well. Really love hearing from you in the comments. I always want to know a little bit more about you. The Discord is always open. It's like our group text. Would love to be in touch. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a great week.